Why do Catholics celebrate Jesus' death? It's a question that might have crossed your mind. There's a misconception that this celebration is a morbid fascination with death itself. But let's set the record straight. Catholics do not celebrate death for its own sake. In fact, we acknowledge that death is an evil that entered the world as a result of original sin. So why then do we honor Jesus' death? It's all about the purpose behind it. Jesus' death was not a meaningless tragedy, but a purposeful sacrifice for us. An act of love that opened the door to eternal life. This is beautifully encapsulated in John's Gospel 10:11, where Jesus says, "I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd lays down his life for the sheep." So it's not morbid, it's about Christ's love for us. He willfully accepted death for our salvation. But remember, Jesus' death isn't the end of the story. The cornerstone of the Catholic faith is the resurrection of Jesus, the miraculous event that occurred 3 days after his crucifixion. This resurrection isn't just a testament to Jesus' divinity, but it's also a potent symbol of the promise of eternal life. In the Gospel of John, Jesus said, "I am the resurrection and the life. The one who believes in me will live, even though they die." And so, by rising from the dead, Jesus has not only conquered death, but he has also extended this victory to all who believe in him. The celebration of his passion and death, therefore, isn't about the morbid fascination with suffering or death. Instead, it's a celebration of the victory over death, a victory achieved through love and self-sacrifice, and that's why Catholics celebrate Easter with such joy and hope. Jesus' resurrection signifies hope and victory over death. It's the ultimate celebration of life. So what does this mean for us today? Well, in the heart of it all, Jesus' death and resurrection signifies a promise of hope, and more importantly, eternal life for all believers. You see, Jesus didn't just die and stay buried. He got up and walked out of the tomb, conquering death itself. And here's the beautiful part. This victory isn't exclusive to him. Just as Jesus rose, so will all who believe in him. This is echoed in scriptures like 2 Corinthians chapter 4 verses 9 to 10, Hebrews chapter 2 verse 10, and 2 Timothy chapter 1 verses 8 to 10. These passages reinforce the promise of life beyond death, a promise made possible by Jesus' sacrifice. In celebrating Jesus' death and resurrection, we celebrate the promise of eternal life and the love that Jesus showed us by laying down his life for us. That is why Catholics celebrate Jesus' death.